Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey. Happy Free Comic Book Day. Um, I went to Charlie's show. It's actually 2 minutes away from where I stay at, and I got me some comic books. Talked to people or whatever. It's like a mini convention that's right here by my house, and they have it every weekend. It's pretty cool. It's in Stone Mountain. If you guys live in Georgia and live close by the Stone Mountain area, you should go to it. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to do this video is because I don't know, have you guys been reading the Marvel Godzilla versus stories? Because what in God's horse shit is this? Because they release what, Godzilla, Spider-Man, and I think Thor, Hulk, and Fantastic Four. And I gotta say they are just terrible. And they're these one shots. I think these one shots that's trying to rush like almost a movie plot or an episode into like 23 to 32 pages. It's not enough. It is not enough to introduce whoever the character is, also have their story, then also introduce Godzilla, have them fight Godzilla just for Godzilla and them to team up to take on one of the monsters, and then Godzilla leaving. It just, to me, it just didn't make any sense. It's so gimmicky compared to what DC did, because if you guys don't know, DC did Justice League versus Godzilla versus King Kong, which they're doing a sequel to it because people actually enjoyed the story, whatever, which that was like a mini series. And I think what Marvel should have did is just said, you should have just had the Avengers versus Godzilla versus King Kong. You know what I'm saying? Or what you could have did is you could have did the Marvel Universe versus Godzilla, King Kong. I mean versus Godzilla, not King Kong, because King Kong is not even in this one. And I'm afraid that they might try to do a King Kong one next. And with the writers that they got writing right now, I'm like, absolutely not. Or what you could have did is you could have did Avengers, Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four versus Godzilla. That would have been hilarious. Just the fact that you had to put four titles in it. Or I'm really surprised they just didn't do crossover event. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so you have Avengers, you have the Immortal Thor, you have Fantastic Four, you have what the main X-Men book. So I think it's Uncanny X-Men would be that one. And then what's the next one? I feel like I'm dropping a ball. Okay, so Fantastic Four, Uncanny X-Men, oh, the Amazing Spider-Man, and then Fantastic Four, or Fantastic Two, is it right now? Is it, I think that's what it's called, right? Whatever. Do that, and then have them cross over in a major event versus Godzilla, so that way you can like literally tell a story. You get what I'm saying? Because when you're doing something like this, you kind of need it to be a mini series, because you just can't rush that. You remember how y'all doing Avengers versus Aliens, I believe, which when that, I think, I don't even know if that one's finished yet, but if that one's finished, I'm going to read that one. Because I want to check it. I want to check it out. But this reminds me of the Predator run, where they had what, Black Panther, Spider-Man, and I think it was Wolverine versus Predator, and it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need y'all to go back to, like, remember when they did Superman, Batman versus Predator, Alien, and then they combined Superman, Batman together versus aliens and predators or whatever, stuff like that. Remember how it was like miniseries that kind of told a cohesive story or whatever. Then then when they needed to do the massive thing, it had a payoff, because when you're trying to do these one shots are fine, but when you're having to set up a character, you have a misunderstanding, and then you're trying to have a team up after that. You don't have enough pages for that, unless you're going to make it a giant issue. But even then, it feels everything's rushed, and then y'all are trying to set these stories in continuity moments. Like, okay, with Fantastic Four, this is also supposed to take place after, the the Herald of Galactus moment. So like, when Silver Surfer got banished after Galactus came to Earth or whatever, now the Fantastic Four has to get help from Silver Surfer to stop Godzilla, and then Godzilla go against, I believe it's Mothra, I believe, or another monster, another kaiju. I can't remember. The story just was just all over the place, and then you have um this story taking place after Spider-Man comes back from Secret Wars. He's in college when he really shouldn't be. He should have dropped out of college, and then he's like doing this thing with Mary Jane Watson and Black Cat, and it's just like, where's your continuity's a little bit messed up with the whole symbiote Spider-Man thing. And then of course Godzilla becomes Venom Godzilla, you know what I mean? And then you have Thor. I think I forgot what Thor and Hulk takes place after, because it's just kind of all over the place. I don't even know if that one's even out, but I think I believe I read the Hulk one, and I think I skimmed the Thor one. It really doesn't really matter, honestly, because they're just hot messes. It's kind of funny how DC did a better King Kong and Godzilla story than Marvel's doing, and it feels like Marvel's just kind of like rushing through it and not really thinking about sitting down like, hey, here's the plot, here's a plan, this is what we need to do. They're like, nah, bump that, we're gonna just do these little one shots and call it a day. And it just feels so compressed. You get what I mean? Like I said, I think it probably would have been better as a crossover event, maybe. It doesn't have to be in continuity, but if you're going to try to establish Godzilla coming through during certain moments in the Marvel history, you better make sure you have the Marvel history correct. You better make sure that the audience can be like, oh, okay, you get what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just, to me, they're not all that great of a books. And don't get me wrong, I always said that I think WB did better. I always said that DC did better with Godzilla, King Kong stuff anyway. Because if you ask me, since Legendary Pictures and them used to deal with WB, I always said all you need to do is just get the Zack Snyder cast back for from Justice League. That means Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Ben Affleck, and have them face off against Godzilla and Kong in a movie. That's $1 billion movie. You don't even need to explain shit. Just have them fight King Kong and Godzilla. You open up with the Justice League saving the day or whatever, maybe having a little interpersonal connections of like Superman and Lois probably dealing with her pregnancy, maybe, or her having a baby. Then you can have like Batman dealing with the new Robin, Tim Drake, Wonder Woman, training her new sidekick, Cassie Sandsmark or something like that. Aquaman dealing with, having another child, a daughter with Merida or whatever. Flash is passing on his mantle to Wally West. You get what I'm saying? Because then you can kind of kill off Ezra Miller and have him, have Wally West take his place or whatever and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. That I am doing this is a Marvel movie. I mean, this is a Marvel video, and I'm over here talking about a DC thing. It doesn't matter. My bad. But anyway, like I said, have you guys read the Godzilla versus Marvel Universe books? Let me know what you guys think, because I'm just like, no, Marvel, no, let DC let DC have this one. But those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.